Hi. So, I want to talk to you about me at uni. I chose Manchester for university based on two reasons. One, it's easy to get home, it's like 1 hour on the train and it's a straight train as well. And the other reason was because of the course, it was literally perfect. It could not have suited me better. I looked at quite a few universities. I could have gone to Birmingham, Liverpool, or Cardiff, but I decided Manchester in the end, literally based on the course. Their course was much more contemporary and more heavily influenced in the movements of digital in society, basically, and that's really what interests me. So that is why I chose Manchester. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my first year. My first year was amazing, up there in the top years of my life. I literally loved it so much, probably for the reasons of the people I lived with. And I know I got really lucky, and we were a family from day one. I was with 5 girls, and we literally clicked from day one. But for the reasons that we're all very different, and that's the beauty of university, you get put into this melting pot which you have no control over, and people of all kinds come together. And in a way, that's what makes it so different from any other experience I've ever had. Like with school, it seemed like differentiation was frowned upon, and you had to stick with a clique and share the same interests. It just makes life quite dull, really, when you think about it. And that's why university is so much fun, because you get so many different characters around you that pull you out of your comfort zone. You try different things or see their way of thinking or living. I opened my mind up so much more from being in uni last year. Okay, the girls I lived with, they were all so different. So we had the one who was really organised. She knew what she was doing. She knew where we were going if we were planning on going anywhere. Very practical and reliable, which is someone you definitely need in your life if you don't already have that person. And then we had like the mysterious one who, she was like, you couldn't really work out what she'd been doing in her past, and you couldn't really work her out now, but yeah, she was just the intriguing one. You definitely also need someone like that in your life. And then most of all, we had one who was just so chilled, went with the breeze, just kind of, nothing was a problem in life, everything was easy, everything was splendid. So yeah, that was great too. So we had this great mashup of girls. We did actually have one other girl who never really spoke to us and did typically steal a lot of pans, and like she literally kept my pan. I took 2 pans to uni. This is the downsides of uni. So when we moved in, I had 2 pans, right, 2 saucepans, and the first girl who lived with us, who actually moved out a week later because she was a twin and she missed her sister, she accidentally took one home with her. So I was left with one, and the new girl who moved in just literally decided to keep it in her room for quite a while. And when I say quite a while, I mean like 3 weeks. God knows, she must have washed it in her sink, I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, we didn't all click, but me and the 3 other girls, we were literally a family from day one, and you know, we always tried to include that other girl, but I don't know, that's one of the downfalls of, I suppose, mixing loads of characters together. Sometimes it might not work, but I think, you know, if you chose to go to university, then you're going to make the most of your environment, or hopefully make the most of your environment, whether it's good or bad. So it is what you make it. But I'd definitely say that that's one of the best reasons for going to university. For going to university, because you have no control, and that's the best part. You get given to you. You get life given to you on a plate, and you just got to kind of eat what you want. That just doesn't work. That makes no sense. Anyway, but yeah, so I chose Manchester, and Halls was the best experience ever. literally those girls, like, I love them, and we're still in touch now, and unfortunately 2 of them had to go off and do different things, but I'm living with one of them still now, and we're literally like sisters. I love them all. But yeah, and then see, if you do have issues with the people you live with, you've also got the people on your course. And something that I definitely didn't do last year and I learned to do this year is join societies. So say you are in your first year and you got a bit unlucky and the people you're with aren't really clicking very well, then who cares? You've got all the people on your course, you've got societies, and best of all, you're in a city, which is like the most populated place possible, so you're going to be fine. But yeah, oh yeah, that's a good point about university. Sports, you can try out so many different stuff. Like when I was in college, I really had this inkling. Is inkling a word? I think it's a word. Inkling. I had this desire to do basketball. I love basketball. Like when I was on holiday in summer, I started randomly playing basketball because there was a basketball hoop and a basketball there. But yeah, so you get the opportunity to try all these things that you never did, like skiing, surfing, anything that you've always wanted to give a go, you can now do. So that's another great aspect. I feel like I'm selling university. I'll say some downfalls about university. So food and money and general, finance. The finance side of uni is so ridiculously hard. You don't realise how expensive it is to be alive. Like every single aspect. I'm surprised we're not getting charged for breathing. There'll probably be like, what isn't there, like oxygen bars or something? I don't know, but it is really expensive. And I suppose it's crazy in a way because you spend, obviously, drinking is quite a big culture in university life, and you spend so much time drinking, which dehydrates you so much that you need to spend money to rehydrate. So you're spending money, spending money, spending money. It's like a vicious circle. But worth it, 100% worth it. Not that drinking is the only thing you can do in uni. There's loads of things you can do. There's sports. It is what you make it. But yeah, money is a killer. Finance is a killer. But I think everyone kind of deals with it in their own way. Like something's gonna be a struggle, and it's different for everyone. Like for me, food was the biggest struggle. Like washing my clothes and stuff wasn't really, like I didn't really mind it. It wasn't an issue really, getting organised with that. But what is an issue for me still now, a year on, is getting organised with food. I just cannot get it into my head what I need to buy, how I need to buy it, when I need to buy it. Just find myself constantly impulsive shopping for random things. I'm not thinking very strategically on what I need. And I'm also really health conscious. Well, at the same time, I mean, I love a good KFC burrito and rice box and all that, but I like to bring healthy stuff into my diet, and that is so hard to do in uni. I need someone to help me with this. It's so hard. I think it's because like fruit and vegetables go off so quickly. They rot within days. So you're spending money to consume it as quickly as possible. It's just not relaxing either. Like it's in the fridge waiting and you got to eat it or you're losing money. Whereas if you buy like pasta and I don't know, tinned food, it's just there for the journey, for the ride. It was just chilling. So I think, yeah, that for me is the hardest aspect, trying to eat healthy. But I tell you what, green tea is a lifesaver. Literally, psychologically, you just feel like you've had a really healthy day when you have a couple of green teas. You just feel like your body is in this tranquil detox, which they say it is. So I don't know. I mean, I did see benefits on the skin, but yeah, I do still try to buy healthy food, but I'm still learning how to go about that. It's just generally so hard. But yeah, so that's my vision on uni really. In my opinion, it's something I think everyone should try. I mean, it is really, really shitty that it's £9,000 a year. Also, it's shittier for me because I'm Belgian, so I could have gone to Belgium for free, but I didn't. So it's exceptionally shitty for me. But anyway, it's what I wanted to do and I've done it and I can't change it, so I'm happy. No, I am happy. So yeah, uni life. I think I've pretty much covered everything I can think of. Well, there is loads of other things, but basically what you need to take in from this video is university is what you make it. It can be amazing and it can be hard. It can be both at the same time. But at the end of the day, it's your journey and it's your life. Oh, and best of all, what I think university gives is like, you're no longer a product of whoever you were living with before. Like say you were living with your parents or friends or whoever you're living with. University allows you to open up your mind to things that were never suggested before. And like I said with the sports, you get to try so many different things. So it's definitely a way of learning who you want to be, because you see qualities in people that you like and they rub off on you, and then that becomes a part of who you are. So, you got deep at the end there. Thank you for listening, and adios. Bye.